Hey Rebels. All right, so I was hearing Aaliyah Let Me Know, which was remade by Aaliyah, um, originating, as far as I know, by the Isley brothers. She said, "When I feel what I feel, sometimes it's hard to let you know. When I feel something. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think you know." But also I heard Baby 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 by TLC. And due to the cards that's on this table, and TLC and as well as Aaliyah is not too far fetched for what it is that we are about to deep dive into. So, some of the lyrics from Baby Baby Baby, TLC, very colorful ladies group, that I got was, "Ain't got no time for part-time lovers in my life. A nickel gotta be true." So if you're trying to be down, a nickel gotta be true. I also got "You Gotta Love Me Deep," and "If You Can't Deal with My Mind." So what we have here on the table, um, there is a relationship, yes, a relationship that is coming your way if it has not already found its way to your doorstep. Now, I do see how the cards on the table can be concerning, but surface level stuff. You gotta you gotta deep dive, all right? So this relationship is coming in fast, all right? And this relationship as well is going to shower out the karma that has played repetitively in your life. Okay? It's going to just wash all that stuff away. And how is it going to do that? Because judgment and soulmate are next, okay? Now this is spirit talking to you, okay? It's coming in quick. It's coming in quick. And as we go along, you guys understand why it is that the karma is being rained and rinsed away. And that's awkward. Yeah, so I get this feeling like you're going to be kind of tough at trusting what's coming in, all right? You're going to be tough at trusting. But this is an opportunity for you as well, for you to use your discernment and be about what you've been saying that it is that you want and that you desire in a relationship. Yes, so this is the cocaine deck up here. Just for anybody who's wondering, I don't usually pull this deck out because the deck is pretty explicit, but I did, excuse me, I did decide to do this off screen first before pressing record because I had some of the more revealing cards coming. We was gonna, read from the side. So this relationship that is coming in, it's like, I understand it's justice card, right? Can you trace? Okay, can you trace? Can you trace and can you trust a blind taste test? So meaning you do not have all the information. The information that you do have, can you make a conscious, discerning decision based upon what's being presented in front of you of the false narratives from what you believed of your past karma, dealing with other soulmates, and yeah, the twin flame stuff, right? For those of us who have had very rough twin flame experiences, which they are meant to be rough, okay? Because it challenges your strength and it also helps you to grow, all right? Um, this is an opportunity for you to rid yourself of the false narratives that has been fed from you from programming and fed from you from your past encounters, and to realize how strong you are in being able to choose and make a decision for yourself. Now, where do we meet the challenge at? Where do we meet the challenge at? The challenge is coming right here with the king, well, with the ice king and the five of wands. Now, this top row appears you. You're accepting. You are a humbling experience. You are a generational curse breaker. You are a treasure beyond your own belief. So, therefore, when others come around you, you're kind of wondering what is their obsession with you, okay? Down here is the person who's coming in. And for your bottom energy card, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it a bit. You have the Two of Coins. And the Two of Coins is more so about you juggling, you trying to figure out how to place the pieces, you balancing out what it is that you went through as well as what it is that you are willing to go through. All right. So we're not talking about a picture of perfection, but this relationship that is coming in has an entity attachment. And I feel that this entity attachment, though it mirrors things that you've been through, your presence is going to show this person the way, the way that is their way that they never thought that they could make decisions on. I'm being told to tell you about myself within my 20s, something that I did not realize until I got later on in my years, that there was something about my conditioning, my codependence, that literally in my 20s, it wasn't that I was fearful. I just wouldn't make a decision to go get my own apartment because growing up, I was in a reactive abusive family, as well as there was a lot of codependency coming from my mother. And if it did not satisfy her, she would become very dramatic. She was the type of person, is the type, well, I don't know if she is the type of person now because, well, yes, she is. I heard from my children. Yes, she is. She is the type of person, well, if she gives you advice, it's not advice, it's a suggestion, and it's not a suggestion, you are to do it. So for myself in my 20s, there was a lot of decisions that I did not make, even being rebellious, because I knew that it would be I feel certain decisions, especially like signing a lease, felt to be such a permanent thing for me. Never have done it myself. And so to that, I did not make moves such as that until my mother gave me the okay. And yes, I'm fine. I'm fine now. We completely dismantled that form of behavior. But to this person, they're dealing with something just like that. And with your fine ass with the Five of Wands up here for you. Um, what I'm seeing you doing it with while dealing with this person is that they're okay. So you're not omitting, although it can be perceived as omitting, the qualities of you. And so there's going to be certain things about yourself that Spirit is suggesting that as much as you are excited to share with this person, that you hold back. Because if you are to show them all that you're capable of right now, and all that it is that you have endured, and all that you have, and all that you're capable of, it just by a hair, it will switch their understanding of your value. So Spirit is asking you to be patient with this person. Some things, and you need to be reminded of this, oftentimes things are easily said than done. And you had to learn that experience yourself. So Spirit is saying, give them the grace of understanding that some things are easier said than done. So if you tell them something, like for instance, if you give them, an example of your life, just like I just gave you a little brief example of my life that may connect to this situation. If you give them an example or even show them the way, remember, you had to believe in yourself. You had to work on your nerve damage. You had to work on your beliefs. You had to work on your conditioning. All these things and more had to come to work in collaboration in the same direction in order for you to see the possibilities and the potentials that were only possibilities and potentials once upon a time. I feel you being very stern with this person, and Spirit is saying, don't let up on being stern. So when your answer and your response is no, now you are about to see who you really are while dealing with this person. You are about to see, do you stand for what it is that you stand for, or are you still going to be lenient? The way my mouth was just moving, enunciation, enunciate, will enunciate, and seeing how, feeling how your mouth moves when you are speaking on certain boundaries and certain restrictions, be it of yourself or of this other person. You are definitely going to see yourself in a serious light that is gonna fucking surprise you even. So let's see what more is it that spirit. Okay. And that's the other thing. Spirit said, hold steady on your excitement, because someone can come up with an idea, and if you too soon tell them how confidently you are willing to move in a more positive direction with them, remember what it was like when you volunteered yourself, or when someone volunteered you, and the moment they saw how much you were willing to do, they dropped the ball. They left all the weight on you. And what Spirit wants you to really teach this relationship, from yourself to this person, and you to learn from this person, is voice your willingness, believe out the effort, the momentum. There it is, the momentum of the effort that it is that you are willing to and that's another part, that you are willing to give to this situation going forward. All right. Okay. You can see, there you go. That's how it. Okay, at the bottom we have twin flames in your dream. Powerful man, I choose them in health. So you are going to be teaching someone who, in their world, they are full of authority, but for whatever reason, whatever the reason is, when it comes to you, they realize how much authority they have not accumulated based off of their own character, charisma, their own standings, their own earnings. They're going to realize how much they have just been given. So I know plenty of you probably want to hear about this red flag. What is this red flag about? Go back and listen. I'm being told to tell you, go back and listen, but Spirit will give you a little bit more. The red flag is more so about you seeing yourself in this person and their hardship, and you being sure of yourself, reminding yourself that you are not them, that you are now seeing a mirrored experience of what you used to be, who you could have still been, and what this person is in a fight for their autonomy to remove themselves from. So time heals all wounds. Be patient. Be patient. There's no rush. Your experience is going to be your experience. And if you rush too fast to a certain point, now let's say, for instance, you and this person, y'all judge real well, right? And you're just like, oh my God, they're the one. This is it. But okay, we was just watching Will and Grace. Me and Spirit were just watching Will and Grace. Now I've been back and forth doing the reads and catching glimpses of this Will and Grace channel. And Will and Grace, I'm sorry, not Will and Grace, I'm sorry, Grace and Leo just got married in a park. There was a news van there. They were looking for happy people to just get married in a park. And Grace, her and Leo got married. And at their wedding reception, Grace then realized how much she did not know about Leo. She did not know that Leo was not his real name. His real name was Marvin. She did not know that this man had a cabin. The list goes on and the beat goes on, okay? And the beat goes on. Oh, I cannot wait to get my voice. Well, yes, I can. I can be patient. Okay? Watch that other thing. Don't say what it is that you cannot do, that you can't wait for, because if you can't wait for it, remember, the universe hears you and say, okay, well, they're not they're not patient enough to wait for what it is in its timely manner. Once again, time heals all wound, including, my singing voice. Would you accept Will you accept this proposal coming in from the universe for you to have an understudy? Will you accept, remembering that this could potentially lead, oh, I'm sorry, correction, this will most definitely end in an ending, whether it means that you and this person live life, a long life together, a short life together. Somebody got to go first. I'm sure you get what I'm saying. Whether this person comes in and for whatever reason you choose to cut it off, or this person choose to cut it off, you are going to find yourself reliving that that feel of having to go. I want to say heartbreak, but heartbreak is not it, because I feel that you are at a place where you really understand that everything happens for a reason, but that you are at that. Will you appreciate the experience for being what the experience was and be willing to say goodbye again when goodbye time happens? That's the tough part about living in this human experience, right? Because we go through so many heartbreaks here while we're alive, but when people want to get married, we don't think about, we say, people say in their vows, till death does us part, not realizing that the death does us part hurts just as much as getting your heart broken and that person is still living. Are you willing to do, are you willing to live that experience, or do you want to continue this life on a solo journey of being a single person? Now you have the right to be single, you definitely do, but you also are never really single. I mean, you're gonna have other relationships, but this level of intimacy, I'm seeing that someone may possibly not quite be on board with this, but yet, and at the same time, um, you need time. Would give me space. You definitely need time to reflect over this. So if you do decide to give this relationship a chance, or are giving this relationship a chance, Spirit says, do not forget to allow yourself the space to go over what has happened thus far. Yes, enjoy in the space, enjoy in the moment, even with everything happening in the background. Enjoy in the experience that this brings into your life. But do remember that your life meeting with someone else's life is a collaboration. So you do have the right for yourself to go back and take a moment. It does not have to be a fight that leads up to you taking a moment. Sometimes it's okay to just take a moment and just go back to the drawing board of, is this aligning with what it is that I want? Is this aligning with what it is that I am motivated to work towards? And then with groupies here. Mm. Yeah, that's the reason why you're hiding. Um, I'm sorry, not hiding. Thank you, Spirit. You are not revealing everything all at once, because you don't you know that there is a very important factor. There's a when I say factor, I'm thinking about equations. There's a very important factor when it comes to you of not revealing everything all at once, because even groupies, even people who don't mean you well, even people who present themselves to be everything that you wanted them to be, give them time. Because, and I'm not saying give them time like give them the courtesy of, like fucking you up and fucking you over and wasting your time. No, give them time to show you that they are worthy. Remember, your value, you have value, your worth. Okay, your worth is not measured amongst what someone else sees that your worth should be. Now, yes, they have the worth in you that they feel that is, value to them. But there are parts of you that someone can easily come along and attempt to try to discourage you, try to break you down, try to pull apart your identity, try to reframe and make you out to be something that you're not. And you exposing certain things about yourself, they can also go back and, try to get other people to manipulate who you actually are. And you know what they say, like the more mouths there are in the room, can you really hear the truth, right? I don't know if that's what they say, but heck, that's what the heck came out. In regards to this Ice King with this entity attachment, they're trying to make a great escape. They want to. They want to, but they don't have anyone who they can open up to about their intentions, their plans, what it is that they see for themselves that separates them from those who they have been around. All right, Spirit, what else is it that I need that twin flame card always? Child, what is it? What else is that? All right, that we would like to, and we're gonna pull straight from the middle. There we go. What else is there? And Spirit said, leave that red flag right there, because that's okay. Balance needed for your relationship. Make sure all of your relationships are equal and balanced with giving and receiving. If they are out of rhythm, then the others is sacrifice. If they are out of rhythm, then the others is sacrificing and can't sustain itself. Therefore, it will create more obstacles to overcome. Know you are worthy and deserving respect in all ways. So I see why Spirit wanted us to keep that red flag card right there. If this does not work for you, do not fear letting it go. And if you let it go and then look back at it and feel that you let it go prematurely, ask yourself, why do you feel that you let it go prematurely? Knowing that everything happens for a reason, even for change, and that yes, sometimes regret is a part of life, just and so you can realize when it presents itself again to you, what it is that you are looking at. A lot of times when we reject things, it's because we're uncomfortable, because we were told not to, because we were unsure of the capabilities of ourselves and the intentions of the other part. So this relationship definitely needs balance. Okay, so we have, it's not personal, projection, family dynamic, vibrating high, okay, soul family, and sacrifice reclaimed. Sacrifice reclaimed. So you are guarding yourself from being ever again a sacrifice to anyone. Spirit said, learn how to live within the peace of your decision. The peace, Peace, the peace from your decision. You do not have to be so stoic. Though stoic can be good if you know how to use stoicism, not use it in a manipulative type of way. As far as this person who you are encountering or you have encountered, they are trying to reclaim something that they never had before. So Spirit is saying, they are not looking for you to coddle this situation. They are looking for you to adapt everything that you have learned about yourself and also realize that this person is not you. So therefore, there is going to be periods of grace that you have to give them, because you understand, with the understanding that they are not you. And though you two, if you so choose, will be in a collaboration, a union, a relationship, stand in your power. But no one outranks the other one. No one outranks the other one. You both are a teacher and you both are a student. The transformation for you both. This person is definitely going to see you as a soulmate, but the transformation is for the both of you. Teach them that it's okay to take space. And this is going to be the part, oh my gosh, thank you. This is going to be the part that is going to trip them out. They are so used to the toxicity of, I heard toxicity, I also heard acid, and I also heard citrus. cities. They are so used to that whole runner chaser thing. They are so used to someone having to be the top and someone having to be the bottom. Take that how you want to. They are so used to being attacked for what they believe, so they are usually ready to attack. So them dealing with you is going to be different, and they're going to look at you in a way that's kind of side eye of what they're going to feel like you're trying to manipulate them into something. They don't know. They just feel like you're going to try to, that you're manipulating them, that you're a peace, that your abundant nature is, there's something about it that's just off to them. And the reason why it's off to them is because they have not known peace and resilience and all these other fantastic energies until they met you. But the thing is that you are the lesson of identification, of an identifier for them. And for you, this is a chance for you to see yourself. All right, Spirit, that's where we're going. Great, 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 great. All right, okay, yep. All right, we want to pull this down. Right there. All right. Uh-huh. Can we get another shuffle, please? There we go. Yep. All right. Okay. All right. So for you, this is a welcoming present for you. And at the same time, you're saying goodbye. You're learning how to move in the ebb and flow of, and correction, you have learned how to move within the ebb and flow. And I'm seeing emeralds for whatever reason. Wizard of Oz, but also emerald. Like, so Emerald City, but I'm also seeing emerald, like the jewel, the gem, the stone. What's that? Okay, then we have a hermit crab. It looks like a hermit crab or a seashell. All right, you have learned how to move with your ebbs and your flows. And Spirit is saying, don't forget this, because there's going to be certain things about this person that can become triggering for you. And if you get triggered by them, realize that it's not them. They are coming with this entity attachment that is going to test you, or at least it feels like it's testing you. They're going to try you. And because it's about fear and rage. Now, once again, I know how this sound. And that shield look like a heart. If you, at this point, you should know what abuse is. You should know if they are trying you in such a way that it can become abusive. And that's why Spirit is saying, stand in your power. Do not be so lenient or lenient at all with this person. Because if they want to be a part of this, they got to become the part. They have to become the role. This experience is not about someone coming in and removing or moving around your furniture. Okay? This is about you standing in your power and you going through life, finding your soul family and coming into knowing what is in alignment with you, not what it is that you're willing to accept because you've been there before and because you could understand it. And I feel like we've all done that so much these past years where it's like, oh, well, I understand that and I'm on a spiritual journey, so let me teach you what I've learned. And nah. If it gives them more time with you to listen, they'll listen, right? But you need to use your discernment to realize that a healthy confirmation, that a healthy relationship also has its ups and downs and has its transitional points. Nothing's perfect, but you are the responsible one for you. Not this person's promises, not what it is that it seemed like they had or how they were with others. How are they with you? Once again, stand in your power, okay? Don't let nobody come and knock you off of your horse, kick you out of your position. Misery loves company. We all know that. But don't let misery come and master disguise you. And then you see that what you've been given grace to is actually an abusive situation. So, as much as you may look at this as if this is a test, no, this is a part of your life experience. This is what, if you so accept, this is what you signed up for. If you don't accept, this is what you signed up for. Time heals all wounds. It's not personal. And then you have temperance. Time heals all wounds. It's not personal. Then you have temperance. Look at how it is that you are allowing others to come in and perceive you. You know who you are. You know who you're not. But you are soon to find out who it is that you are when you are working in collaborations with a person such as this. And with this Knight of Swords, once again, Spirit is reminding me to tell you all, you are allowed to walk away. I know I've been encountering plenty of people lately who have been telling me, oh, well, you can't do that. Oh, well, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. And if I'm trying to have a conversation with you, then you should sit here and listen. No, I don't have to. No, I don't want to. No, I don't have to do this with my time just because you're willing to do this with your time, just because you want me to sit back and listen to what you got to say. I don't have to. It is a choice. And you should want somebody who's willing to make the choice to hear you out, to listen to you, versus dealing with someone who you feel like you have to bully them and hold them hostage in order for them to hear what you say. Because people like that, what they do, they're going to lock you in a room until you side with them. And I don't feel that that is in alignment with you and what you've been about. Spirit said, moving on. Because, who doing that? Who doing that? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And we do. Moving right along. And then we got a bonus card that they said put right there. And then we got this here. Oh, it's a dolphin. And anyone who knows me knows that I have a personal conflict with dolphins. Everything is wonderful. Now, isn't that grand? Everything is wonderful. So ultimately, whatever comes from this situation, this relationship, not Spirit said, don't say situation. This is not a situationship. This is definitely a relationship, because you are seeing, I heard a plural at the end of that. Please, one person at a time, please. Not one person per hour, one person at a time. So, Spirit said this is not a situationship, but if you decide to take on more than one party, it would definitely quickly turn into a situationship. But this is a relationship for you to see and experience your relatability and your relatability to what it is that you are in alignment for and that you're not in alignment for, and that the projections that you've been receiving. Take it how it resonates. So let's read on across. Do what you want to do. Be free. Enthusiasm to face the world. To search for the truth. It is right in front of you. To explore the unknown ahead. Be independent and brave. To search for the truth. It's right in front of you. To explore the unknown. Be independent and brave. Career is on the rise. So I know most of us, we feel like the money that we make, where we go to make money, is our career. But ultimately, the greatest career of your life is the evidence of who you are when you meet your end. At the end of this cycle, this circle of life that it is that you are going through. What can be said about you from how you were, not necessarily as a kid, but yes, how you were as a kid. Thank you, Spirit. How you were as a kid, how you were throughout your independent years, and who it was that you chose to collaborate with, the parts of you before you left this planet. Okay, before your meat suit it's malfunctioning. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's malfunctioning. Okay, Spirit said close this up because you have some thinking to do. And if this hasn't come in yet for you, Spirit said now is the time to think about, are you willing to take on such a experience as this? Are you ready to go on? Let's look at this Fool's card. Are you ready to continue on your journey, even with hanging off the cliff, even not knowing whether you want to let go and so you can continue to smell that flower, or whether you want to hold on and climb up? Will you climb up with that flower up in your hand? Are you going to have your dog make a leap with you? All right. What does it say? Elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So Spirit said, regardless of how it is that you perceive what happens in this relationship, it's going to be a success. It's going to be success. It's going to be a success for you, regardless of how the other person perceives it. But the way that they will perceive it, whether they stay or whether they go, whether you let them go or whether you continue on with them, they are learning from you a different way. So regardless. Okay, fine. And then at the bottom, and then we have Beaver. Beaver, you are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. You don't want anything to be your fault. You want to give it your best. Balance. Balance all aspects of your life. And know that whatever you did, you gave it your best. But Spirit is also saying, with this lady still being revealed here, yeah, y'all can be couples goals. Y'all can. Keep your relationship to yourself. Once you allow other people in, you're no longer the judge of your character nor your mate's character. You now have an audience who is able to become those groupies, to twist and tie and turn due to how they have lived their experience. Bring balance to maintain your overall experience. Okay, right here. Oh, and then we have the title card. And this is Healing Energy Oracle. So bring your affirmations into this union. If you want to call it a union, yeah. Not yet. I mean, you coming into some type of union, but seriously, not. Sit down, not yet. Okay. All right. So we have also the calm. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all my fears, and I find peace in being. I'm hearing anything's possible. Anything's possible. And remember that no is a complete sentence. And this is Spirit's opportunity being presented to you to see yourself in all of your choices, all of your resilience, for you not to be so defensive of what other people have done to you, but just know that no, N-O, is a complete sentence. So what you choose for yourself has very little to do with the people of the past, but more so the entity attachments that came with those experiences. So, rebels, I love you. I love you so, so much and dearly. But Spirit really wants us to depart right now with this reading. And so you can go give conscious thought to yourself, being in collaboration with someone on such a personal level. Because eventually you get so far with a person, there's those things are gonna, as time go on, you're gonna see when it's necessary to reveal those things and live with no regrets. Live with no regrets going forward because you are very aware of your choices, and that's why Spirit wants us just. Mm. Okay, one more. I pulled the puppy eyes. There we go. Master Alchemist, Violet Flame activation. So that's your homework. Go research the violet flame. And even if you have already, Spirit is asking that you go research it again because something is going to pop up in your research that you did not know that is going to give you a sense of courage to be able to see yourself moving forward regardless of what your decision is. So, rebels, Hubba Bubba Baby, I love you so much. What is up with this Hubba Bubba Baby today? I don't know, but I love you so much, and thank you for being patient with the entertainment that's happening in the background, if you can hear it, which I'm pretty sure you can. And go take care of you. Go make your life do what you want it to do, all right? Because you are in control. You are the master alchemist, all right? So love you much. Talk to you soon. See you soon. We'll have... Yep, we definitely will be seeing each other soon, okay? All right, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go Rebels!